We also talked about the World Trade Centers and that whole story that she's had about the inside job in the World Trade Centers, bringing the World Trade Centers down. So, and you got some of those communiques, too, saying, I won't even send him to Lanigan. He's such a non-believer. I'll send him to Chip. Well, Chip's no better, okay? He doesn't believe you morons either. But send him to Chip if you want. However, please don't. Dear Lanigan and Malone, studying psychology in order to become a teacher in the Plains changed when I fell into my career as a postal employee and letter carrier. He's a letter carrier. So on and so forth. Listening to your show Monday involving conspiracy theories involving Rosie and the kook or nut job, as you say, that wrote to you, I do see one important element that is fascinating to me about the topic. The word in psychology is called cognitive dissonance. That is when previous thoughts a person has about an issue or topic interferes with any new information given to them that makes it difficult for the person's mind to listen and understand others. So that's pretty much what I have. I can use another example. What Rosie said, or that listener wrote to you on Monday about 9/11, had nothing to do with the collapse of the Twin Towers. Neither Rosie nor the letter you read on the air mentioned anything about the Twin Towers. Yet your mind stays and says that's what they are talking about. You follow me so far?
No, he lost me already.
Okay. Let me bring you up to date, poor ignorant you. Even though they both were referring to the Solomon Brothers building, WTC 7, that's the World Trade Center building number 7, you continue to say, refer, and think that they're talking about the Twin Towers.
Okay.
The planes and jet fuel, both are not talking about that at all, yet your mind must organize as if it were that. As a neutral psychological mentor, a mediator, I find that unfair in both Rosie and the person writing to you. The third building collapsed that day, if you don't remember. In a way, the conspiracy theorist is right. You are controlled because your mind will not allow you and your brain to register what they are saying. You think Twin Towers, yet they are both talking about the World Trade Center 7. See, I honestly do not remember WTC 7 and it collapsing totally to the ground.
You did, yeah, but it wasn't one of the Twin Towers.
I realize that. So what
There
Rosie
were
was...
several buildings around there that also collapsed later on, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, there were some that were brought down because they were badly ruined. But I don't remember another giant building besides those two that collapsed that day from the attack.
No, I thought that there was one. I thought there was.
Well, it was obviously this one.
It wasn't nearly as big as those.
No,
it was like I don't know, 20
It was
or
knocked
50
down by the others falling or something like that? All right. Some say WTC 7 came down in what appeared to be a controlled demolition format. Fascinated with observing all sides of this issue, a fellow postal employee told me to Google WTC 7, the smoking gun of 9/11. I did. It was only 17 minutes long, and I will not comment about it. You and your listeners can do it yourself. However, I recommend watching this and actually knowing what these people are talking about before criticizing or ignorantly twisting their statements. You all need to be understood. Wishing everybody happiness, David. Thank you. He's a postal carrier.
I want to thank him as well. Thank him for not teaching our young children and just delivering mail. Thank you.
I still think of it as I think of the World Trade Center attack and the buildings that came down by two planes that brought them down as being what they were talking about. If that's what Rosie meant, that somehow these planes flew into the World Trade Center and hit them and brought them down, and that somebody else then caused this other building to blow up?
There were already the charges inside then.
Why?
Oh, you know.
Why would they bring some small building, the Solomon Brothers building, down after these planes flew into the big one?
I'm not going to discuss this with you, you ignoramus.
I don't understand where this all came from. That suddenly we have this other building now that was brought down by some group for whatever reason, but the World Trade Center was brought down by the planes, and they both all occurred at the same time?
Yes. Well, they were trying to get the explosives into the towers.
Okay.
But they only got them into WTC 7 first.
Thank you, Rosie. It's all a giant conspiracy. Yeah, I'm sorry, what is it? What's it called when I got cognitive dissonance?
Yeah, you know what that's called? Bias. In layman's terms, we're biased.
All right. Yes, I am. And I don't believe that. And I don't believe that there was somebody somehow blew that building up and brought it down at the same time that the World Trade Center happened to fall.
Hey, this is Nicole from Mr. Hero, reminding you to
But thanks
choose
for the letter.
4 items from our Taste Buddies menu for just $5.
Okay.
You know what? I mean,
What?
there was this explosion in Las Vegas that brought down this hotel.
That was a demolition by the people that owned the building.
See, they put charges in there.
Yes, they do that.
Yeah, but maybe they were doing the same thing.
Well, if the people that own the Sullivan Brothers building set it up to bring it down to build a new one, that's fine. Isn't it a funny thing, though, that it happened on the exact same day that these people decided, okay, never mind. Check out this WMJI Magic 105.7. We have calls coming on. I was pointing out to Chip where Nancy Pelosi said the Republicans already been there, and so on and so forth. And she goes, well, name them, which is an old trick. Oh, yeah? Oh, yeah?
I can name yours, Nancy Pelosi.
It's because you're the one reporting it, you dirtbag. Hi there. Let me get somebody on the phone. Hello there. Hello.
Hello?
Are you there? Go ahead.
Hi, I just have a comment about the Trade Center. When you say, well, it's a coincidence, I think that because the 9/11 was planned so far in advance, the possibility of putting people in the smaller Trade Center buildings with explosives could be a possibility.
So you're saying what? That was planned by who, though? Did it with who? The government of the United States?
No. I think that 9/11 was planned by, what's the guy's name in Cuba now? You know.
Ramzi Yousef.
Right. I mean, or Moussaoui, or
Sheikh Mohammed.
Yeah,
Khalid Sheikh Mohammed.
whoever that man is. He planned this.
Hairy guy.
So you believe that they put explosives in that building along with flying the planes into it?
No. I think that because a possibility is that because this 9/11 was planned months, days, minutes before the attack,
Yes.
that they had enough time to put people in the littler buildings. There were like 7 Trade Center buildings. We think of the 2
Right.
tall ones.
Okay.
But
There were a number that were damaged by the whole explosion that went on around it, I realize.
Correct.
But you're thinking that the Sheikh and his accomplices then put explosives in those buildings, too?
I don't think so. But I think that there could be
It's possible.
correct.
Okay.
I can understand why people believe that.
Yeah.
is what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
I think it's understood.
I guess the conspiracy I'm trying to get away from is that our government did this whole thing for whatever reason. Or that the Jews did it, or whatever kind of
No,
conspiracy people want to push on us.
But do you think that maybe the government did know that the littler buildings were taken down by explosives, and they decided not to promote that or bring that up?
Why wouldn't they say that?
Why wouldn't they
Why?
say that?
Why? Because
I mean, to build a case against these clowns and to build a case to go, why wouldn't you?
well, because we let this happen.
I know, we let them...
No. I mean, we didn't check anything. I mean, we were lax maybe in some security. We had nothing. I mean, I would say the planes flying into the buildings was something horrific, and that's what the American people focus on.
All right, no, I don't believe that. I believe that is as horrific as it was. We let the 9/11 happen because we let those people through. We let them take over a plane quite easily. And if there was more to it than that, and we found there were explosives there, yes, we'd bring it out.
I think the 9/11 Commission would have said something because
absolutely.
they didn't care whose toes they stepped
And they
on.
continue to lie to us about this? No,
I don't think so. I'm just saying because
You're just
they say
saying.
the way the structure
Okay.
fell.
All right.
And think about this, John.
What?
Who brought down the Standard Oil building on Public Square back in the 80s?
Oh, don't even talk to me anymore.
Were
Hi
there
there.
charges put in that building?
Go ahead, sir.
Hello?
Yes, hi.
Hi. I know why the number 7 came down. First of all, it was a 60-story building. It was as tall as the Key Tower downtown. Second, it had a major power station in the basement, which caught fire when the Twin Towers collapsed.
Okay.
They couldn't get in there to fight the fire. You have all these chemicals in these transformers. It melted the steel, and yes, steel does melt when it gets hot. That's how it's made.
Yes.
And, of course, it was like 6-7 hours later, it was like 4 in the afternoon, that building collapsed because the structure couldn't take the heat.
Okay. Gee, there's a conspiracy for you folks right there.